Have you even asked?
Yes.
For what?
I think it was just like recording fucking like equipment. To be honest,
Well, to be honest, we don't sell that. So next,
bro, there was a microphone in there.
There was a Yeti microphone or a USB microphone. That's the microphones we use. I've literally been the one buying everything. Shy, if I could get a discount on it, why wouldn't I get a discount?
Selfish.
That wouldn't even make sense, bro. And you never asked for anything to even like say.
Well, I need an Xbox.
You don't get discounts on
it. So what do y'all get a discount on?
A lot of things, but I mean, we get a discount, but
$3.
You want the Series X? I can't even just get the Series X. I got my
They get discounts on phone cases, toothbrush.
I need a phone case too the whole time.
TVs.
We get discounts on a lot of things. It just depends on, like, no Apple products. We don't got shit off Apple products.
I could assume that Apple ain't coming down. The price is the price.
They like take the taxes off if you do get.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks. You know my mom's working for Verizon, and that shit be damn near the same shit. The price ain't that much cheaper.
Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
I don't know if y'all seen the link I sent to y'all. But Spotify had our Wrapped, and even though we don't have a lot of Spotify listeners, I guess you'd say.
Shout out to everybody that listens to us this year.
For all our Spotify listeners, we're their favorite podcast, which is good.
Hey. I couldn't see it because I don't have Spotify, so
I don't either. I sent the link.
Neither.
The link.
But I clicked, nothing came up.
I want to switch to Spotify so bad, but
why?
Why?
I think they have a little bit more like a little bit more stuff and a little bit more easier to access than Apple is. So like Apple Podcasts and like the way you access Apple Podcasts and their music, it's so much shit like kind of everywhere. Like it's hard. Like if you don't really use Apple, it's not really friendly to use Apple Music. Like you gotta really look hard to find your library. Like even though it's really easy for like young people, like if you old, like it's really hard to access it. Like I had to teach my dad like for like an hour out of like my time just to kind of like have him search for music. It was like the most difficult shit. But you look on Spotify, it's hella easier to kind of like access music and like download. It's way easier than Apple is.
What I will say definitely. I will say with Spotify, their algorithm is better based off the shit that you actually like, and they will put the shit that you like in front of you versus Apple as payola. And they push the shit that the labels push. Cause like I hate like when I have to keep my ear to the streets. I really follow this one podcast. Never listen to their podcast ever, but they always post new music every Friday. Cause I will miss a lot of shit because that's not what shows up on my Apple algorithm for whatever fucking reason that is. And it really be pissing me off. Cause like if you don't know, you don't know.
So like, when y'all go to Apple, right, and you're gonna go listen to music, what do you like mainly do to listen to? If you just on a regular basis, you know, looking for nothing new, you just want to go listen to your music. How you going through it?
I typically go to my library. 9 times out of 10, I'm listening to whatever I recently downloaded.
Yeah, that too. So like I'll do go to recently downloaded, so like my library, and then whatever you download is already gonna be right there.
Yeah, recently.
Or if I want to listen to an album, I could just search for the album. It's real easy.
Yeah.
Or I usually, and I low-key been keeping, I'll be using the search option a lot more. Like, even though like...
You can like search lyrics. You can
search lyrics. You can do the same thing on like Spotify. I noticed that it's the same thing, but Spotify, I noticed is a lot more sleek and a lot more easier than Apple. It's just that I don't have time to be like going through every song that I downloaded on Apple just to put it on another platform. I'm not doing all that. I'm stuck on Apple.
Yeah, I mean, but you just said it was easy, bro.
I mean, but that's time that I don't want to.
No, I'm saying I just asked you how you find your music. You just said it was easy, but then you just said Spotify
well,
was.
I mean, it's just it's a little easier to follow like blogs, like music blogs, specifically towards like a genre like hip hop blogs or like rap blogs or R&B blogs. That way,
you want more of the extras, I guess. You want the.
I mean, if they can tell me like, hey, this came out today, instead of like a playlist, like actually show me like albums and songs that came out on this day, I would definitely like prefer Apple to do that.
Well, I mean, they
like,
do in a way.
A playlist.
If you just scroll down on the browser, it'll say new music.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm referring about. They have like a playlist. They come out like every Friday with new music and stuff like that. But like,
yeah,
they don't show everything.
Everything. That's what I was saying. That's exactly why I said that. That's why I don't. That's the only thing I don't fuck with Apple is whatever the biggest artists are is what you see.
Well, yeah, I also think like
there's some randoms too.
They purposely don't put people up there. For instance, like Tory Lanez, like when he drops something, they won't put it up there.
Yeah,
you have to search for it. So I think they do that on purpose with artists. But I also think they probably put certain people up there, depending on what people are listening to. So the more people are listening, that's what they're going to put towards the forefront.
Well, I mean, they're shadowing his music for a different reason, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, no, I know that, but
you guys like
the first? Go ahead.
The Christmas tree.
Yeah, should I light it? I'm gonna light it.
Yeah, go ahead, light it. Need it lit. I seen somebody do a Grinch style Christmas. I mean,
do y'all enjoy Christmas?
A Grinch style tree.
Do y'all still get the Christmas like spirit? I know Cass does because I know her birthday's at the same time.
I have no family here, so no.
Oh my God, do you want to come over here too?
Coming through like Santa Claus. Bag full of gifts.
Shall you work on Christmas?
No, I work every holiday. None fucking stop. It's busier Christmas and Thanksgiving, the busiest days outside of Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. Wow. So it's another day for me. The only thing about Christmas is Christmas bonus. That's about it. And that's if it makes sense. Like I don't even do Christmas shopping till a lot of times till the week of, for real. And I just be scrambling.
I got a head start this year. I got pretty much everybody done.
I plan to do it today, but then work got in the way, so I'm gonna have to push it off. I would have rather got a good start today for real, but it'll all come together.
I got a good little head start. I just got to order a couple more things off of Amazon. And I should be.
I'm trying to do traditional this year as far as like going to the store, only because like with everything being docked and packages not getting around for real, like I ain't really fucking with it.
Everybody be going through issues I never go through. Like
because you're white.
Especially when it comes to like shipping
like,
shit.
What?
The shipping shit. No, that has nothing to do with race. Stop it. The shipping shit. I've heard so many like horror stories about fucking shit not arriving or shit arriving fucked up. Like I order from Amazon weekly. I've had one time like 2 years ago and it was my own fault because I ordered hot sauce and that shit arrived damaged. The shit broke. It is
you ordered hot sauce?
It was $1 for like my favorite hot sauce. So I was like, fuck it, why not? Turns out.
What notification did you get for hot sauce on sale?
No, if you on Twitter, I follow Fat Kids Deals. I don't know if you ever seen it. They they post deals like every day. It's not just like food and shit. They post whatever deal they find on Amazon, basically. And they just one time posted what is that hot sauce?
I just bought a hammock for $12 thanks to Fat Kid Deals.
See. They've actually been.
Yeah, that's wild.
Cass, are you drinking an eggnog?
That's free game.
It's coquito.
I honestly thought it was milk. I got a tall glass of concentrated coffee.
That was milk. What you just
That
showed?
shit-
That was milk.
That shit
No,
look like a
it
nu-
is-
that look like a
It
that
is
look like a
brown.
nutrient.
It's not even light like that.
Yes, it is. That shit is like half a shade darker than you.
No, it is not.
That's a tall glass of Ryan. That's what the fuck that is.
That sounds
To be
sick.
fair, it's because it's coffee concentrate. It's not. So
What
like
is-
it's like instead of using, it's basically like the concentrate of coffee. You know what I mean? So like it's not like coffee grounds with water over top of it that creates the coffee.
It's like a coffee tablet that you just
No,
put in-
it's still liquid, but like instead of pouring like a cup of coffee, you pour, I think it's a tablespoon that goes into 8 ounces of coffee or 8 ounces of whatever you use. So you use water, milk, creamer.
I'm judging you.
Shit slaps. It's expensive too. Cause fuck it, we ball. I actually,
I hate this dude.
Okay.
I was on, I was on Facebook earlier, and I happened to come across a video from Shark Tank, and there's this dude from Africa that recently created. I don't know how long ago. Might have been like last year, but he was on Shark Tank, and he created these sheets that were designed for men because some study shows like we like sweat and other shit. I don't know. I don't even remember what the fuck the material is, but whatever material you use is supposed to be designed for men. So I went to look to purchase them, and he's like sold out in the current shit he's made, but he's got like a 3.0 coming out, but they're $220, and I'm trying to figure out should I or shouldn't I.
Afterpay.
They have Afterpay. They have Afterpay on the site.
No,
I think-
that's my free game for fucking this week. That Afterpay, listen,
No,
around
no,
the
no, no.
holidays, it's a great thing.
But bro, do you know about Klarna?
Yeah, all of them.
Yes, Klarna is the ultimate one though. You
They
can
can-
literally use
Wow.
Klarna anywhere.
You got cash back and everything. But you
They
can do
will-
the same with Afterpay now too. Afterpay and Zip, which used to be Quad Pay, they now have
Yeah.
like a loadable like debit
card?
card you
Okay.
can put in your Apple Wallet, and you can Apple Pay shit like that.
Oh,
Yo,
so
so
you can just keep the card. So like Klarna creates a one-time card. You're saying they
Yeah, well, no, you have to authorize it every time because obviously you have like a spending limit. Like my spending card with Klarna is like $7.50,
yeah.
but you have to authorize each purchase like every time you about to use the card. So you can do it that
makes
way.
sense.
But it's still it's lit, bro. It's lit.
Yeah, I've been using it the Klarna way because that shit was lit as fuck to me. You literally
listen,
use it in it.
this is how I know I'm just out of touch with shit, right? So I think last week, my card got hacked, right? So like I've been through the system before. I'm like, I called the bank, I ain't made those purchases. All right, shut down my card. Y'all gonna send me a replacement card, or I can go pick up a replacement card. No, sir, we no longer do that. What you can do is you'll have an electronic card that you just add to your Apple Wallet, and you can still use your card. Yo, I do not know how to use this shit. So I've been fucked for a week without, which kind of was useful because I didn't spend no money, but I would literally I had some cash and I was just spending cash and trying to live off that. I just got my card last night.
So you don't know how to use the Apple Pay?
No, not for real.
No.
No.
It's basically like you can,
Like
I think,
that tap shit, I don't understand.
so I think you can double tap your power button.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll pull it up. And then you just got to put it near the reader. So, but the business you're at has to be able to.
And that's, I feel like I don't, goddamn,
Sorry,
little drama.
trying to put this card in. What's the name?
But I feel like I don't see enough establishments with that, to be honest. And I hate to goddamn assume, like, let me go in here, and they gonna have it, and then nigga have to wash some dishes and some shit. Cause
you just gotta ask,
yeah,
bro. Just ask.
Most restaurants don't. Like, I think a lot of the chain restaurants, like Chili's and the places that got that, like the units at the table, like they do. But I don't think restaurants have really caught on to it yet, because they have those old POS systems, not like
yeah.
There's no reason for them to really upgrade them until it comes to a point where they become obsolete, and they've been working fine. So restaurants probably won't catch on for a little while. But most stores do. Like Target has it. Walmart doesn't have like Apple Pay, but it has Walmart Pay. If you have the Walmart app, all you got to do is scan the little barcode. What else has it? Like most gas stations now, you can do them at the pumps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know QT, for instance, has it.
You go
to QT.
I've always had, not always, but I've had beef about this for a long fucking time too. I hate that, like, like, let's say you go to the club or like to an outing, right? And they got the little, like, most hookah spots, for real. They got the little thing, electronic card reader, whatnot, that they bring to you. But like, I get so much anxiety when like they come to you and you pay and they watching you like tip. Like, I feel so obligated to tip way more than I want to. And every time I'll be like, fuck, I don't want to spend this type of money.
Yeah. That man falls under peer pressure.
Yeah, because like niggas is watching like, damn.
That boy be folding like hell.
For real.
Like a chair.
And it's always set to like at least 20%. I'm like, bruh, ain't no way you was worth 20%, man. Come on. So I be hoping like I just got cash in my pocket. I can just be like, yeah, take this. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. That tip be crazy.
Bro, you gotta tip whatever you think they worth, bro. Don't be out here being forced to do shit.
I agree.
But as a black man, I feel like I got over tip. This is a thing.
So you don't fall into the stigma.
Yeah, like I feel like I got to contribute.
Boy is a fool.
That's accurate though. I be feeling the same way. I be feeling like, damn, like I don't really got 20% for you, but I don't want you to look at me and be like,
right. Especially when the bill is already high. Like if I'm
that 20% be a lot.
Hell yeah, like that should be a whole nother bill.
Like, facts. Like if I'm out by myself, right? And I know what I got probably was like, let's say I'm probably spending $30 max. But then by the time you had that tip, I spent almost $50, $55. I'm like, bro, I damn sure if I knew that I was gonna come spend $50, I wouldn't have did the shit. Like, I don't know.
No, people be like, if you can't afford the tip, don't go out. And I'm like,
who can afford the tip? Honestly,
they can shut up. Whoever said that, just shut up.
Like, I deserve to have experiences as well.
Right.
People forget tipping is an option.
Yeah,
literally.
But we have to like also understand. Well, half of us here work in the service industry, so like that's really
true.
Like their money, and it's not a matter of like, oh, just get a better job or a higher paying job. It's a matter of like, it's just not fair that they only make $3 an hour, like as opposed to like the cooks in the back who make upwards $15 to $18 an hour.
Yo, I don't be wanting to hear that shit because front of house definitely make more fucking money. Like you know how much shit I gotta do in this hour to earn what you will make off one fucking table? Like, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no sympathy.
That's a fair thing. But if everybody made like fair wages across the board, then it wouldn't be no like feeling that kind of way. Like they wouldn't.
Well, I mean, it would just be inflation. It's never gonna be a realistic time.
But you also have to think about like, I mean, is it really inflation? Because if all these people are tipping out on their credit cards, right, and you have to deal with all the credit card processing fees and shit, why wouldn't you just pay them an hourly wage that was reasonable, as opposed to, because if actually having managed a restaurant, the shit balances out. Like it's the same shit. So no, inflation is not really a thing. It's very
well. But I'm saying across the board, maybe not like in the place of business, but across the board. If everybody's making decent money,
we're seeing that now, and still nobody's making decent money. Like we're seeing the cost that it does cost to look at fucking chicken wings. A bag at Costco is like $34, but that bag over a year ago was like $20.
They say a chicken tender is about to have a shortage when that's just literally fucking breast cut up.
It's not. It's a totally different part of the chicken, actually.
Well, fuck it. It's the tenderloin. I get it, but still, yes, the you can just cut up breast. Is what I'm getting at.
That shit out just now. Yeah. I mean, you could, but it's drier. The tender. I mean, I guess I get
it's not the same. I do get that, but what I'm saying is like you can substitute.
My whole thing is like, how are the tenders going extinct? But like, where's the rest of the chicken?
Exactly, it makes no fucking sense.
But that's how it was with like the wings. Like chicken wings are still expensive, but it's like, nigga, where the rest of this chicken at? And then like, I ain't gonna hold you though. Them wings on chicken thigh. I mean, not wild wings. What's the shit that Rick Ross on?
Oh yeah,
Wingstop. Wingstop. Chicken thighs look good as hell. I ain't gonna hold you.
Have you had them?
To try?
Nah, I gotta fuck with them though. I seen the commercial. You know I don't be watching commercials. But
you know what?
This idiot said, I'll be watching commercials.
You know what's funny about the commercial part? I've been seeing a commercial for Arby's got these hot honey wings.
All right.
And I'm a whore for some hot honey, bro.
All right.
I love.
No, let's get to.
I love hot honey.
We're done. Joke's over.
Why I went there and these bitches was out of the hot honey.
You're done. You're done.
I love the hot honey
that you pissed. That shit in your body.
Pissed, bro. Pissed.
That was a sign because Arby's should not be a thing. I'm sorry. And they doing everything but selling sandwiches, nigga. They got wings, they got everything but regular sandwiches. Because there's only but so much you can do to a sandwich. For real.
My girl's a psychopath. She loves Arby's.
Oh wow.
She eats Arby's?
She worked there.
That's sick.
That was like her first. Yeah, that was like one of her first jobs. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it will be driving. She'll be like,
"You breaking out like hell."
I love her.
Arby's is not the worst thing ever, bro. Y'all gotta relax.
All right, new topic. I'm talking about Arby's.
Okay. The first topic was
free game. What the hell? I actually have one this week.
I don't have one.
Oh, so. We just did it. We just gave so much free game about
everything.
That was for next week.
That was a free game segment. God damn it!
Write it down. Save it for next week.
To eat that.
The one time I don't gotta think about it on the fly.
Save it for next week.
That shit. That shit. But go ahead. The first topic is are you single until you're married?
No.
I don't know who put that in there. You said no?
Short answer.
Who said no?
Elaborate.
I don't need to elaborate. That's the answer. No, it's not the way it works.
White. I hate
I got mixed feelings about this. Like two different versions of myself want to answer the question. I understand the sentiment of technically, yes, you are because you're free to move without being legally obligated to be responsible for somebody else.
Aside from that bullshit.
You can't behave single in hopes to get married so you're no longer single. Like that don't make fucking sense. You gotta compromise.
It's a lot of like single women in marriages right now. So there's that too.
That is sick. Yeah. That keeps me up at night.
For real.
For real.
That boy's stupid as shit. But for real though, this world is a wild place.
Yeah, you ain't got no argument for me. I 100% agree with y'all.
I don't know. I've seen it a lot in the last couple of weeks. And I actually know a guy who is quote unquote engaged, but because his fiance was in a different state, you know, he still did whatever he wanted to do while he was here. And I was just like, and
It's like the
that's his
niggas in the
choice.
military. That's like the niggas in the military. Like niggas be like, I'm military, man. Like that's the whole thing. You feel me?
You better trigger my PTSD. I almost started twitching. No, but I was just like, this is so odd. Like, why wouldn't you just not be with the girl? And he was like, well, because it just seemed like the safest option. I mean, she's not here, but like when she gets here, of course, like I'm gonna act right or whatever. But now that she's here, Buddy is like, you know, don't do wifey or hubby things for someone who is not in that bullshit. And we talked about this. We talked about this. Plans is this? I don't like that shit. Don't exist. Like if somebody fuck with you, like they're gonna do whatever for you. So I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Shit is just like.
I'm at the age where I can no longer have conversations with a woman who thinks like that. Like I hate the B word, but that's exactly what crossed my mind when I hear bullshit like that. Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You know how much I gotta do to keep your attention? For you to tell me, oh, I'ma hold back because I ain't your wife? You never will be. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's triggering. That's triggering for me too the whole time. That shit finna make me
mad. No, that shit, like I saw it, and I saw it a lot on my Facebook timelines, like on Twitter this week. I was just like, what the hell? Like, what is everybody's problem?
They're just people. It's just literally people.
That's a whole bunch of cap. That's what it is.
That's what it is for real, because like it's these people who really give like their all in these relationships and stuff like that, you know. Still at the end of the day, you look crazy. Like
that's yeah.
I think we live in a time. I think we live in a timeline where people feel like just because they're committed to something, they can also still do what they want to do. Especially with the different ways that like people can hide who they are on social media. So you got your DMs, you got all these other platforms where you can like distract yourself, sort of, when you're really just ruining what you got at home. When all reality, you can just be single and just do what you want to do.
Word to Danny Lee and the baby.
Can I say something that's probably unpopular, but it's because we living in hell, bro. There's literally no consequences of any behavior. Like, granted, it's gonna go against everything that I've said here before, but like, there's an excuse for everything. Like, if I'm a serial cheater, oh, now I can just be polyamorous. Like, it's a cop out for everything. Like, there's no wrong. There's a home for everything that's just not. I ain't gonna say out the norm, but just there's a cop out for everything. For real.
There is a justification, you know, and people usually use like those, you know, justifications as like, oh, it's my opinion or it's how I feel, so it's justified. But it's a lot of bullshit going around that, like, you know, it's like a matter of masking intent versus like the actual situation. Like people will be like, oh, well, I didn't intend to hurt you, or I didn't the outcome was not my intent, but like whole time the fucking outcome was what it was, and like that doesn't relieve you of any accountability of that situation, because you know that just wasn't your intent, even though like everybody with more than 3 brain cells knows how to like foreshadow events. So I mean,
on a let's say on a grading scale, right? Like A, B, C, or D, right? Like in school. Give me what you think your average is. What would be your grade in accountability? And let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest, because
I'd give myself a C plus.
Probably a
I'm
C.
with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with C.
I'm more in the middle. Like when I think about
Like an average C,
like
like a 73.
yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, definitely a low C. Definitely a low C.
Definitely.
I was gonna give me
And
like a B minus, but I was like, no, nigga, like give yourself a C. You're a C. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actively working on it, and I think part of why I feel that I feel today is because I'm trying to take accountability and like really wrangle my emotions here. But I just cannot confidently say that I'm doing a great job. So
I don't know if y'all been watching.
I agree with that.
I don't know if y'all been watching Insecure this season, but I mean
Yes.
that's kind of what the whole season basically is about. Like it's all about accountability. So accountability with Issa. I don't know if you watch, but Issa, you know, sticking with her decisions and sticking with who she is. But lately, she hasn't been accountable with her decisions lately.
Yeah.
tell you something, the opener for last Sunday's episode had me fucking hollering.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Yeah, that was wild.
He said, "Fuck
Issa,
that."
Issa, like imagination is wild. It's always wild. Her imagination is always
I'm
wild.
mad this the last season, bro. I fuck with this.
No, because
No, it's time to end.
Yeah, it is, because it's nowhere else to go with this. This storyline really
season not even
is
hitting
just
like
random
the other
episode.
ones do.
Yeah, no, because there's no conflict. There was. I think last season was really good because where like it was like about like like friendships dissolving and just being different people, and like that was a real shit. That was real connection. But also too, on the other side of that, like I think Issa Rae is really good at what she does and the voices that she allows for people. So I do like to see her move on and do other things, to be honest.
How do y'all see the show ending?
Sucky.
I don't know. If you notice every title, what's it say? What does it say? Every episode has something in the title.
What?
There's like a theme. There's always a theme with the season.
There's something in the title to every episode. I forget what the fuck it is.
Oh, I don't know what this season.
I get what you saying.
Like they're all running the same point, yeah.
Gotcha. But like even like the season opener when they just own college campus and shit, I was like, where are we going with this? And then
I honestly forgot how the last season ended, so I just went with it. Just like, all right.
How could you forget that shit?
You don't watch the recaps, nigga?
Yeah, like I watched the recap, but like I didn't know prior to watching the recap. So like I'm not invested in what happened last season.
Know. Yeah, I'm never the person that go back to watch the last season before the new season.
Exactly.
I'm never that nigga. Like, fuck it. I either remember it or I don't.
Exactly.
It makes sense at some point.
Either this recap gonna jog my memory or I'm just gonna roll with it.
Right.
Still fuck with the show, goddamn.
That's a fact. Damn. We going a lot of places.
Truly.
Going a lot of places.
Oh man. And this came up. This was a couple weeks ago, but it still holds true day by day. But we lost Nipsey, you lost Dolph, all these rappers in their hometown. And I guess the topic is, can rappers still live where they're from? Or not, let's not even say rappers, let's just say entertainers, period.
Can they still live where they're from?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah, but you're just more susceptible to the following.
I'm like, because people be hating. Like,
Exactly. And it'll be the ones closest to you.
yeah.
Somebody had a verse to come out this week where they was talking about they don't live. Oh no, matter of fact, on that what's that boy Polo G Deluxe, I think he got a song with Moneybag, and Moneybag talk about like I don't be at their house in Memphis no more. I outgrew the city. And it sounds fucked up, but when you hear it in like context, like, no, that's a real thing. Cause look what happened. Especially in places like Memphis where ain't nobody got shit for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, you a walking target.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say entertainers too, like I know y'all don't like battle rap like that, but like just battle rap with Sue Surf. Sue Surf the move. He rep Jersey so hard, but he just moved to Atlanta recently because they didn't try to kill this nigga 3 times. Yeah, after the 3rd time, no, I don't want to stay in this motherfucker no more. My life is on the line this much. Nah, I got to go, and I feel it. But they always just move to Atlanta for whatever reason.
Right. Everybody
It's saturated.
Atlanta.
It's saturated, boy.
Real shit though.
That shit crazy.
What's y'all thoughts on?
I mean, I hate to see that, like, you know, I hate to see that kind of violence come full circle on somebody who's so successful. But I mean, I guess it kind of, I could see why. I mean, but I don't know. My thought is kind of all over the place. Come back.
You was all over the place with that statement you was making.
Right.
I'm not here today.
I think we doing really good though. Yeah, if I say so myself. Well, what would you say, Kel? What were your thoughts?
I don't think I had like thoughts about it more so, but I think my thoughts were just, it's not that I had like a pain or anything like that, but it's kind of just the same recycled kind of, I don't even know if it's just an issue, but where Black artists, or mainly Black rap artists, continuing to give people opportunities. Well, not even. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to kind of like say trust people, like opportunities to where like their life can end like immediately, and like there's time. Like I don't think Dolph should have been in that situation. Like he could have went anywhere else, but he loved his city and he loved his hometown. But he also had to, in some way in fashion, accept some of the consequences of being the person that he is in his hometown. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
it just sucks because, like, I mean, he was what, 38, 37, 36, somewhere in there. So he's been there his whole entire life, 36 years.
Yeah.
It's
like the same place you grew up with can be the same place you end up in your downfall.
And you know, there was like days before that happened, he was just at that same shop getting cookies. The man just wanted cookies. So I mean,
a lot of it is really jealousy. Jealousy and the idea that this can be a come up, or like ego too. And it's a little bit of jealousy and ego. They all can be forming the same idea. But yeah, it's just it's sad, you know.
I mean, they literally gain nothing from doing that.
Clout in their own circles, I guess. Because if you think they haven't told somebody, like, that's a joke.
What'd you say?
I said, if you think that they haven't told somebody or anybody, you know, what they, you know, the kind of lick that they came up on, like, that's silly. Like, they didn't just do it to keep it to themselves. Like, they run in a circle where shit like that is admirable.
Mm-hmm. it's just like time. I mean, it's just like a recurring thing, like Nipsey, Pop Smoke, Dolph. You know what I mean? It's like every other year.
Pop got hit in LA, so a little bit different, but same concept though.
Yeah. It's wild.
But
it was liable to. I ain't gonna say it was liable to happen, but he kind of got. It's crazy when like certain people have that type of aura around them that like take advantage of what they tell you when they hear because they just got this angelic aura that like they may not be here for forever. Well, nobody is, but like taken away way too soon.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to some podcasts, and I think the Black Effect ran an ad where like there's about to be a Kobe Bryant like podcast about like when he was in high school and his thoughts, like a little journal basically. And it's just like, now how the fuck they managed to monetize this? And then like when I heard some of like the clips and shit, it's just like, boy, he was destined for greatness and he was great, but I think that was that was the plan for him. You know what I'm saying? Like not from him, but that was the plan all along. Like, I don't know. When it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah. You believe in destiny?
I kind of do, low key.
What's funny about that is I was thinking about it the other day. Just like people, like famous people, basically lost that have just been like died young type of thing. And I guess it is like a destiny thing. It almost feels like they brought something to this world that just wasn't like
for this world.
Yeah, like I don't know, it wasn't able to be like, I don't really know how to explain it, I guess. But I thought about it because it was just weird to me how like we lose, like there's just people we've lost at just like a certain young age that like they had all this greatness around them.
I think that there are people who are too pure to really have to endure the shit that this life will put you
this
through.
world has to.
But then but shit like that happens, and then like babies will die, or like, you know what I mean, parents kill their children, or like, you know what I mean, stuff like that happen.
Yeah,
it's not always right.
Or like a school shooting, you know what I mean, stuff like that. It's just kind of like,
it's not always
was that their destiny?
No, I don't mean it like that, I guess.
I think that, and I know that Ron's not religious, but like I think that, you know, depending on what you believe in, there's always like a plan, right? Like the plan that, like the path that I'm on is not necessarily like I put in a lot of work to be where I am right now, right? And like the things that I do are heavily calculated in my head, and I take a lot of action in my life. But grand scheme, like for me, this is God's plan, bro. Like, but at the same time, like everybody has free will. So
see, I struggle with that. Like the difference between the two. I knew it was gonna get here at some point, but like I don't necessarily know if we got free will per se. Like I feel like we can make decisions, but I think it's our predetermined decisions that we're gonna make and the lessons that we're gonna learn of what we were supposed to learn, or the failures or the successes we were supposed to have is meant for us. Like that's why they be like, what's meant for you is meant for you, what's meant for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's for somebody else. And I get that. But I always feel like it's all predetermined. Like I appreciate every win that I have, but I also appreciate every loss because it's like, damn, all right, well, somewhere along the line, I ain't doing what I'm supposed to. You feel me? Like there's something that's not all the way connected. And I don't think like necessarily like everybody destined to be successful. I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't think anything's predetermined to like combat that, but I do think things happen for a reason. Why I say I don't think things are predetermined because we all have our own choices. We all make our own decisions. So one decision affects another outcome, right?
Yeah, there's always right, and then there's wrong. There's left, there's right. There's
so I wouldn't say like
there's always an option, which is why I think that like free will is an important thing to notate because like there are decisions that, you know, you're being pulled in one direction, right? Like there's something about your thoughts or your heart that pulls you in one direction, but when you go against that, then that's you're acting in free will. Like you're like, this seems good, but I'm gonna try it this way, you know, just to see. Yeah. Like that's where that comes in. And I see where like you're saying, you know, everything is predetermined, Shy, but I think that like even with that, like it's like a prefix menu, right? Like let's put it in terms that you'll understand. It's you have a prefix menu, right? Like everything is the way that it is. You've already made 400 plates of the same shit. Like each option has a set inventory, but there's always going to be a couple of people who want to make modifications to the shit that you've already made up. It's just kind of how life works.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy too.
Life is an amazing thing.
In my bag today.
In the bag.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. I always struggle with that.
Yeah,
like, it just. I think it's a constant battle that I have internally of like, what if this was supposed to happen or certain shit? Oh, I missed this opportunity for this to happen. Like, cause at one point in time, everything was just lining up. Like take like I don't know, certain shit just line up perfect timing. Like I give you an example, like with you, Cass, like your job was really fucking up the process of doing this and taking away everything that you enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? And right when it was the darkest time, like, bam, new job. You feel me? Like, and everything just worked out. But that's I feel like certain shit just line up when it's supposed to. So like, you got to take the good with the bad. But it's like, damn, was that supposed to happen? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason. What the reason it is, I can't determine it. But
oh
my God. What else we got here? Speaking of decisions and predetermination, how do you tell somebody like if there was like your rebound person, like
your actions?
Just a couple times.
Your actions.
Because like everybody say like, oh, honesty is just this big easy thing, and I want to know everything and the truth and da. I just feel like that was something like I was like, I've never been that person to say some shit like that, but I just like what did that conversation look like?
I mean, you don't have to call them a rebound. I think calling them actual rebounds kind of rude, but definitely. you can essentially just say, hey, listen, like I just came off of a relationship or a long relationship, and you know, this is a steady process, but I do want to date you, or I do want to get to know you more. There's ways to go around than just saying the obvious.
I've never called anybody a rebound, but I have been like, look, I'm really not in a position to take this seriously. But my biggest thing is that like right now you are providing me like a lot of attention and affection that I feel like I need. So it's up to you. Like I'm telling you right now, right here, that it's probably not going to be anything crazy serious. But I also don't want you to waste your time or hurt your feelings any further if you begin to develop them. Now, granted, he did actually fall very, very in love with me and got his feelings hurt very, very badly. But I told him from jump, so it wasn't my fault.
You see what that accountability shit right there? Like,
I told him it wasn't my fault.
But see, that's what I said. Like, we'll find a way to cop out. Like, even being honest always does not work. You feel me? Like, that just because you honest with somebody doesn't. You can have the best delivery or whatever, but like bad news is bad news. You feel me?
Honesty,
like, it don't change.
Honesty is not supposed to feel good.
Yeah,
Like it's
truth
not
hurts sometimes.
honest. The truth is supposed to hurt sometimes. So even though you hurt this person's feelings, I mean, essentially that's life. Frank Sinatra has a song called "That's Life," and that is gonna be essential to everything that relationships, grief. That's life, and you just gotta define a way to accept your own truth, whether it hurts or not.
So I did it one time accidentally because I wasn't.
What?
Um, there's a
Go
lot of backstory to it. I'm not gonna go to, but
Story
regardless,
time. Story time.
no. I did do it accidentally though because I wasn't taking her serious, and like
Well, we know who
I
this
told on
is.
myself, I guess. But
know.
once I did, I think it eventually like it just took a while to that to really like seep in. And it
Shorty got the hint.
No, it wasn't a hint. It was blatant. It was just. It is what it was.
We know it was blatant.
I feel like that's cap. I feel like it was cap. I feel like you were selling dreams over there. But that's
selling dreams? No.
He was.
Yeah.
Shorty fucking moved
You
in.
was definitely. That's definitely. I
Y'all,
feel like.
wait.
That man said
sold some
selling dreams.
Shorty
Selling.
Do y'all think?
I'm-
Y'all think y'all know who I'm talking about? Is that what it is?
Shorty came out in
I
her
mean-
scarf.
Huh?
There could be multiple people to what you're saying, bro. But we have in mind a specific example of you doing this shit.
No,
show.
you don't know who I'm talking about.
We
Sorry.
don't, but that's even worse. That means we witnessed this and there's more.
More,
That situation was not this. That was not that situation. All right.
It was close enough. Shorty
No.
introduced herself to me in her bonnet, and you had no
You
intention.
never
Come on,
introduced.
Ryan. Accountability.
But that situation is not the same situation I'm talking about. So we'll get that. We was talking about rebounds. There was no boards being had in that situation. All right.
He's just a universal piece of shit. That's what that is.
I'm not actually. My intent is my intent.
Oh,
The
what
way
did I
you-
I'll
just
be
say about
honest with
intent?
you.
What did I just say about intent versus outcome?
Look,
See, that's why that's
I am
a
actually a
slippery
very-
slope, though.
Message.
I may be a piece of shit to some of y'all, but the
Messy.
others, I am not that.
You be real quick to call everybody else a piece of shit, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Favorite word.
I'll be honest. You know,
Any fucking way.
my honesty is my biggest downfall. Too honest.
Oh God.
Boy, fuck out of here.
Too
Ooh.
honest.
That's like when you go to a job and say, "What's your weakness?" I'm too honest. Boy, you get the fuck out of here.
My honesty is my biggest downfall, bro.
Oh
You so
man.
full of shit.
My strengths are that I'm too hardworking, and then it's also that I'm too
Right.
hardworking.
I-
But
I-
fuck you.
I feel like that is truly how I feel about myself. I ain't gonna hold you. I work way too hard. For real. And it goes unnoticed.
That's crazy.
You know what I say in interviews for that? I
What?
say
What's that?
I expect the same amount of attention and detail that I expect the same amount of attention and detail that from everyone else the same way I do with myself. And they always love that answer.
That's how you got that office.
That's how you got it.
Yeah.
Lying ass.
What's next? Did I put this in there? Or who put in this women not liking nice guys? I feel like that's a past thing.
It was a me thing. It was very much a me thing. Because I'm tired of that shit. I see a bunch of motherfuckers all up and down the timeline. Oh, women don't like nice guys no more. They like to be mistreated and like
They do.
no, we don't.
95% of women like to be
no,
choked now.
we
All of a
don't.
sudden, everybody
That's
like to be
so
choked.
fucking stupid.
All of a
First of
sudden.
all, I don't want to hear shit from King Manipulation over here.
King Manipulation.
Until the rest of us is done.
King Manipulation.
Like
That's a title.
What's a good guy? Because like people always try to distinguish a good guy as someone that's basically not.
I would say it's like the good or the good thing.
My whole thing is like guys are like, oh yeah, they don't like nice guys no more, and you know it's all this, that, and the other, and it's shut up. Yes. Like, at what point would you ever want to date somebody who's not fucking nice? Like, or being with
that.
Not nice.
What you're saying is the same as women don't want a nigga with that has hoes. Like, that's not a thing. Like, you want somebody that attracts somebody else.
No, the
same as with
you don't stay your ass in the like, why would I want that?
You're not going to get a troll nigga just because well, don't nobody like him. I love him.
He don't gotta be a troll. He don't gotta be a troll, but he like I don't.
Come on, Cass. It's a proven fact.
Okay.
It is a proven fact that women do like men more, or a guy more, if other women are attracted to him.
That's a fact.
I don't get
that's
it.
like okay.
That just makes
like
sense though. That makes sense.
That's like saying the same thing. So
I'm not saying it works all the time, but I'm saying there's a proof that is a scientific fact. It's already been proven.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
Cass, I
feels
got
like the prize. Whoa.
Oh, robot.
You can hear me?
Yeah, that's just on a crazy picture.
Cass, at your age right now, you would deal with a virgin?
No.
Exactly. Why? Because you want experience, and again, with experience, needs had to have some kind of coup. He had to have hoes before. Somebody had to like the motherfucker.
No, because I've had sex with a bunch of motherfuckers whose dicks was weak. You've been running through a whole bunch of bitches, apparently.
That's a whole. I mean, that's a whole different thing.
But your shit was
apparently.
We missing the point. We missing the point.
Right.
We're missing the point.
It's not. We're all the way off, because at the end of the day, I feel like the men who say women don't like nice guys are just lame as fuck. Like, you say shit like that to make yourself feel better. Like, you're either ugly, you're lame, like you're boring, your breath.
Or most likely you're young too.
Yeah, like shit like that just don't make fucking sense. Like, it just don't make sense to me, because no, like, I want to date someone who's nice. Granted, I'm not dating someone who's like overly nice right now, but that's like,
I mean, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I'm still running with that. Yeah,
I feel like the trope of like women would rather be mistreated than be with a nice guy is just to make, inadequate men feel better about themselves. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, I do not believe that.
I feel you on that too, but I also have a lot of like women in my life, and like it'll be a nigga that's like decent, like, oh, he's a good person, he gonna treat you well, but be fucking with the one or giving the most time and attention to the one that's actually horrible. And it's like, why? Like, I don't think
he's probably better than the decent guy. Like, that's not to say that she right, but damn, like, if a woman is not with you, there's something wrong. Like, there's something wrong with that. Like,
but and this is why there's a disconnect, because in no history of man has there been a man that had a girl that mistreated him, and there was a nicer girl, and he chose the worst one. That don't happen. Like, it does not happen. And so we gonna always just think that narrative, because it does never happen. The nigga might settle with the bad one because he ain't got a good one to come along in time, but once he meet that good one, the other one out of there. Like, y'all stick around, and damn, This is not targeted at you, but 9 times out of 10, they had the kids with the niggas, and then it'd be like, oh, you thought he was gonna be a good father? Like, fuck out of here. Again, not targeted at anybody specific. I'm just saying in general.
Fucking accident.
That's funny as hell.
Predetermined path. That was where
exactly. It was meant to be shot up.
See.
Oh boy. Hey, Cass, go ahead and explain this Derek Jackson shit. This nigga again.
That shit, I was hoping somebody else could explain it to me because he's shocked by how many single women are in bed by 7 to 8 o'clock every night. Are women too comfortable being alone? Yeah, there are some that are being alone in my bed at 7, 8 o'clock, then waking up 9, 10 o'clock and your ass is still not here. You fucking dweeb. Oh, cheating ass.
I don't understand that question.
So essentially what he's saying is, you know how there's that group of women that's like, I don't need a man, or they've been like single since like the woman that had one kid and been single her whole life, and it's just like, I don't need a man. What I need a man for? I got this and that.
Basically, she
whatever
don't put herself out there.
Do. Yeah, for real. And so what he's saying is it like with women empowerment and women being like bosses now, are they too comfortable with being alone? Like, are they okay with it, more content with it? You got every sex toy in the world for women, so they don't need a man for that. They don't need them for money because they out here getting more to it than we are. So, or like the I can do it by myself type of girls. I don't like them. I mean, as a man, I need to feel needed, but those they exist.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because like people still need. Well, I think a certain demographic of people still always need like a human connection, no matter what.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but that's why I said, like, to me that's cap when you say you don't need nobody. So you just always got it, or I'll figure it out, or like I'm not a nigga that go out and let's split the bill type of nigga. Like, no, like it's just certain stuff that just like if we go on the first date and you like, well, I'll pay for me. Like, you're a weirdo. It probably ends here. Like, relax. It's not that big.
You shouldn't be taking anyone out if you don't got bread like that. But sure.
You said what?
I said, if you don't got, if you're not planning on, like, if you're not being a good planner. If you're trying to take somebody out, but you like, yo, let's split the bill.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, my intent is to pay. We're going out. I ask you out. I'm gonna pay, and then you be like, nah, I'm gonna just pay for mine. To me, that I'm more insulted. Like, my money ain't good. Like, what we doing? Like, and you like, oh, I'm just this independent. Like, I don't. Yo, you're gonna get on my nerves at some point with all this independent bullshit. Like, I'm cool. Because then again, you use that when it's subjective. Because then there's when it's some shit that you don't want to do. You damn sure gonna ask me to do it. You feel me?
Mm.
So I don't know.
I mean, I personally, I haven't faced that. I don't know if y'all did, but I have yet to face anyone like that. Well, I went on the first date and I was like, let's split the bill.
I mean, people have offered. I don't go for it, but it has been a thing. Or like they're determined to like drag the date on and pay for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, find a way to pay for something. And it's just like, all right, you're doing too much. Especially depending on how hard they went to go do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. I don't know. So do y'all agree with his statement or disagree with the statement now that there's been clarification?
I mean, kind of iffy.
Say the statement again.
I'm shocked by how many single women are in bed by 7 and 8 p.m. every night. Are women too comfortable being alone?
Man, leave women alone.
I wouldn't
Let
say
women do what they want to do.
I wouldn't say they're too comfortable. I just think we just are coming up in a different age compared to what we're used to seeing. I think
leave women alone.
History.
That's my new shit. Leave women alone.
There we go.
History is history for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. We just live in a different world today.
We don't need y'all. That's the world that we live in.
See? That's bullshit.
I mean, it's as simple as that, though. Realistically.
I mean, Ryan making a good point. Time's changing, man. Women don't need men as they used to.
And I missed the portion of the conversation, so I apologize if I'm repeating. But I have choices. Like, if D decided today that today was his last day with me, bye.
Yeah.
It
ain't gonna be that. It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that simple.
I'll be sad. I'll be sad. I'll admit that. I'll be sad. But at the end of the day, I don't need him. Like, I don't. Like,
I mean,
my name is on this apartment. My name is on my car. Like, my child is well fed, diapered, clothed, all that. Before D came into the picture, and he will be after. I wear all my clothes that I bought. I mean, he bought me some too, but like the shit. I mean, it's gonna get done regardless. Like,
and this is the example that I was speaking on earlier. This, you feel me? Like that, I get it, and that's okay. But also, like, I need you to be more submissive too. Like, let me do. I don't want a woman that don't need me. Like, in any sense of the word. Like, you just do everything.
You have to be that for that woman, because at the end of the day, first of all, your woman don't need you. Let's start there. Like, same way I don't need D, but I value.
She's talking facts.
I didn't argue. I didn't.
Don't need you just like I don't need D, but I value him and I value what he adds to my life. So I do submit to him where appropriate. Like, that's just what it is. It's been hard because, like, for like the whole first half of the year that we dated or have been dating, I don't know what it's like to really be taken care of. Like, I've really had to do this shit by myself. Like, really get to where I'm at by myself. Even in previous relationships, I don't really have like that wild, like, spoil me, like, keep me up from top to bottom type thing. Like, that's never been something that I was accustomed to. So, like, I do it for myself. I can do it for myself now, but D does it. So, I mean, but like I said, if today was to be his last day, he come back from doing whatever he doing today and was like, you know what? Not working. Damn. Okay.
You heard Hendrix bullshit? That's what I heard.
He chimed in real quick.
Mama. Yes.
It'd be funny if you said it again.
That's Ryan. Oh, Kevin, he's waving to you.
But
can't even see him. You got your background on, we can't see him.
I know, I'm about to change it.
All right. This was a thing. So apparently this YouTuber kid who like unboxes things makes millions of dollars unboxing things. His parents bought him a kitchen net set, and somebody had to comment.
Oh my God, not this stupid shit. Yeah.
Somebody had to comment and say, "Oh, she want him to be gay." Whatever.
Your child's
What
gonna
do
be
y'all
gay
think?
no matter if they. It's up to them if they want to be gay or not. So who cares? People are so fucking stupid, man.
Toys do not. I low key when I was a kid, I always wanted a fucking easy bake oven the whole time.
Yeah, I
Like,
did
Me
oh
too.
shit.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm saying.
And guess what? I couldn't do
I
it.
never got one though.
Me neither. My mama wasn't going for
Matter
the
of fact, I
same
think my
reason.
sister got
So,
one when I got older. She had got one, but I wanted one.
It don't
and I got
help
it.
that they made it a certain color. I think colors
Right.
really colors when you're a child definitely detract. So like as a kid, if you're a boy, most likely you're not gonna want to pick up something that's pink. You're gonna want to pick up something that's blue,
But it
green.
was marketed.
That's conditioning though. That's only if
Yeah,
the
it was.
kids are like, no, blue is for boys and pink is for girls.
Yeah, it's literally when we do fucking gender reveals, it's literally pink and blue.
Right. But also like it was marketed to it was a bunch of old white men in the room that said, "Hey, we're gonna make this for women because we want to domesticate women." Yeah, so that's what that was for. And so that's why it was marketed to them. But honestly,
I don't think it was the
look what
intent of domesticating women. I think it was just how we were. What
100%.
Cash just say? Conditioned. Like that was just the norm. Again, history.
But like I know like for a fact, like my mom told me, shit, that's for girls. You ain't getting that.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, I was thinking about this when I looked at this, and there's a deeper, darker history with this easy bake oven. Which if she'd have just got me, it would have like literally saved certain shit. Was preventing certain shit from happening. But the fact that she didn't led to multiple things. One, it just pushed me harder to be in the culinary industry. I kind of always had a passion for it, even then, just in hindsight of like the easy bake oven. But it came with some shit when I found out who had one, and that just was unnecessary. But
So you had a
yeah,
gay cousin that wanted the easy bake oven.
no, not exactly. I had somebody that I was close to that had the easy bake oven, and I went over there all the time just because they had the easy bake oven. And then there was some weird shit happening that definitely shouldn't have been happening at that age. But it was only because I was going over there all the time for the fucking easy bake oven.
This conversation just went somewhere. I do
All
not
right,
expect.
all right.
I don't know what is happening.
All right. But yes, we need to get rid of the stigma of children just being kids.
So when I
kids
wanted
be kids.
my ears pierced the first time when I was younger, I
Yeah,
had
my
just get
mom.
the left one done. Like the right one, it was considered not doable, right? Getting
Yeah, I think so.
both in itself was considered only for women.
Right.
Now today, I have both my ears pierced. So,
And that was another thing my mama told me. I couldn't get my ears pierced. That's for girls. I still to this day don't have the ear piercing.
That's why I had just the left one, because my mom told me that as well. But because I wanted it, she said I could get the left one.
Man, I said, fuck that. I'm getting both these motherfuckers pierced.
My mom ain't went back on nothing that she said. Still to this day, she against tattoos. I still don't have a tattoo. I do want one, but again, I gotta trust somebody.
And plus we dealing with people that was born in like the 60s and maybe late 50s and 70s. So they grew up in an entirely different like timeline of history.
Yeah.
So the way they grew up is not gonna be the same way with the access to information that we have in the way that we grew up. So the things that we telling them that's normal now, they may see it as like obscure or like.
But the thing of it is though, the people that's saying these things are either like in early 30s to mid 30s, which is our age range. So you can't necessarily say that. You feel me?
Wait, what?
Like
Say
in
again?
this case, right? In this easy bake oven situation, the people that was commenting and saying these things and perpetuating these things are in our same age demographic. Because you were saying there was older people, but the people that was saying this today,
That's older. Yes, that's older. But
they
these
in our
new
age.
generation of like TikTokers, they are so informed and are able to like be what they're in an entirely different like plane than like us and baby boomers combined. Like you're gonna see definitely a growth of like new people in a couple of years.
Tolerance is so much, it's so much higher than you know, a lot of like our parents and our grandparents and even some people who are our age, like they're so free thinking, and I can really appreciate that because it's some people in our generation who are really like whose thought processes are really scary as fuck. But these people, like these
I
young
agree.
kids, like you see them on TikTok who are so well educated and so like no nonsense, like it's really refreshing to see because I thought that it was gonna have to just be on all on us, like to turn shit back around. But they're doing a really good job.
But that's what it's how it's supposed to be though. It's supposed to be that way. The next generation is supposed to be better than what we are, what our parents were, what our grandparents were. So I mean, I guess that's the will of the land in some aspects, anyway. I definitely think they more lazy. Sure.
Well, our parents say the same thing about us.
That's a fact. They find different ways to get to a bag, too.
They're you, but I mean, is it them being lazy or is it them being smart?
Huh?
I said, are they lazy or are they smart?
Yeah,
Sometimes laziness is just a different form of ADHD.
That's valid, or autism, but
Here we
again,
go.
I mean, it is.
What the fuck just happened? Did I miss something?
Oh man.
Is Fat paying you?
Huh?
Is Fat paying you to drop his project names like this?
No.
Because that's not how you say that.
Huh?
That's not how you say that. We've been over this.
What did he say?
Autism?
That autism, like one of Fat's
That's
projects.
what I said.
No, it's
Autism.
Autism.
We saying the same thing. It just
No, you what? You're adding the R in there, Sean.
We're saying just
say the word, Sean.
now I can't say it.
Oh, now you don't want to say it.
Autism. Yeah.
There we go. Sound it out.
That's what I've been saying.
Nah, I don't think so.
Come on, use your elementary. You just use your elementary skills.
Sound it out.
Just hear what they want to hear. So y'all like CNN over here. Y'all just trying to push a narrative.
Hey, relax.
And then I guess the last thing was this text message thread, Cass.
Oh yeah. What was it? Hey, cut it out, please. That's why you stayed in your room. So I just thought this was odd. Have we talked about this before?
I don't know.
So basically, it was a girl. She was like, "Are you going to the Broadway concert on Saturday? I want to go. Will you buy my ticket?" Dude was like, "Nah, I'm not going. I was gonna go with somebody I was talking to, but I cut her off. So I said, fuck it." He was like, "We ain't even going on our first date yet to get to know each other, and you talking about some buy you a ticket." And she was like, "Oh, I thought you was a grown man. It shouldn't matter what I asked for, sir. But okay, I see we won't make it because I don't like a selfish man." He said, She said, I don't like a selfish man. I like a man, not a boy. And that could have been our first date. First of all, bitch.
This is mixed feelings because okay, so I took this girl out on a date once. We went to a comedy show, and this was one of those independent chicks that I was talking about. That I'll pay for my own ticket. I'll drive my own car. Like, bruh, we on the date. Like, this is ignorant, but whatever.
This is big.
We went to a comedy show, and obviously we can't really talk like that. And I felt like I didn't learn anything about her, but she also wasted my fucking money because she wanted to sleep during it. And if I pay for a concert and you show out, or like, let's say the odds, I pay for a concert, you get called on stage and you leave me for the artist, I'm pissed. I'm traumatized for life after that. Like, so
traumatized off of.
Just imagine that though. Like, it's certain niggas that you'll just accept it from. Like, if you on the first date with a girl and y'all go see Drake and Drake is interested in it, you gonna feel a little. You gonna take your L. But like, I can't lose no girl to like ride wave. Like, like
that man said ride wave.
That ain't happening. But
I don't know.
But I get what she's saying too, though.
I feel like I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think some women have a lot of like obtuse expectations from men, like from Jump Street. Like he said, y'all ain't even been on your first date yet, don't really know a whole lot about each other, but you expect, X, Y, and Z, or you want a man who's gonna start paying your bills off bat. Like, just doesn't really make sense to me. And it's not that like, I necessarily agree with the fact that men shouldn't have to take care of women, because I'm very much like, please take care of me. I'm tired. But I also just feel like there's like a statute of limitations on shit like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, give it a trial period before, you start asking for your fucking light bill or your rent.
I couldn't fathom. I really could not fathom, like, how soon you asking me to pay for like a bill. Like, yeah, I've been down that road too, where somebody too fast asked me for some money, and I'm like, had I not been here, what would you have done?
Right.
Treated the same way. What would you have done if I wasn't here right now?
I think people don't know the concept of dating anymore. I think that's what it stems from. Yeah, and people don't have the respect of getting to know someone instead of just jumping into things.
Yeah. But do you really truly ever know somebody for real?
Yeah, when you go through the hardest times.
You said what?
When you go through the hardest times.
I agree with that, and I think most men would agree with that statement. But
if you're around someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, you're probably seeing them more, like at least, more than like your family members and all that stuff. So you would want to assume that you would know this person almost more than you know yourself, almost.
Mm-hmm. Granted, it's a sick game, and
dating is in shambles right now. Don't be dating out here, man. Just enjoy yourself until you find
what it is. Pee in the dating pool. I am glad I'm in the house, bro. The streets are insane.
The streets is not kind.
What's the pH balance in dating, Cast?
Boy, that shit it's off. That's all I do. Exactly that part.
That shit needs some.
Makes me feel like
that shit needs some chemicals. Goddamn.
What? Streets is done. I'm glad I'm in the house.
Streets is done. And
That's fun.
I think that's all the topics. I think that's all the topics this week.
Yeah. We can talk about money real quick, and I meant music. Why I said money?
Yeah, I said money. What the fuck
I
is
was like, money. We got a new
talking about
sponsor.
money for?
We got a sponsor.
Not Nike coming in clutch.
What we got the money for?
Blue Chew finally wanted to do something with us. What's
Dude,
up?
boy, I'm
Not the
telling
Blue
you.
Chew.
One day we're gonna get this ad, man. I see it for us.
That Blue Chew. Fuck Blue Chew, bro.
Music. I haven't really been listening to music this week.
This was a decent week.
I know Brent came out with a new song. That's about it. That's all.
Yeah, I wasn't too
impressed.
impressed by it. Like, I fuck with Brent, but like that wasn't really hitting on what I wanted it to, I guess.
I had a lot of music this week, actually. That like I said, that Hall of Fame 2, that Polo G, like what's that shit? Deluxe type album. That hit. He added like a double disc. So that shit hit. My boy ETSG put out another 9 songs to his album. So he did a little deluxe, and I'm always for that. Kaz from Dreamville put out a project, a little EP.
I'm gonna check that out.
Songs. What else? Khalid album is really good. Granted, R&B for men have sucked this year, but it was decent. I don't know how much replay value it have yet, but for now I'm enjoying it. Rick Ross got a single out that is
SZA got a single out.
Yeah. But that Ross, I pre-ordered that Ross album because boy, if that was the intro, oh, he gonna talk that shit. That nigga said I released a Marion, and then he fizzed out. I was like, damn, Ross, talk that shit. And then he got some back and forth exchanges with Meek too in the beginning of the song.
Back and forth.
Behind closed doors, there's tension there that nobody's really talking about. But
What's the
he
tension
had
about?
some. I think it's more so that Meek don't feel like he made as much money as he should being under Ross, and he's kind of outgrew that situation. And I think on Ross's end is like, nigga, I put my arm around you and like, look at where I am and the niggas I put my arm around, and when they no longer here, look what happens. Like, which I can see both sides. You know what I'm saying? But it may never come out because Ross is that type of nigga where he handle business internally. So hopefully things work out. But he was definitely popping that shit in the beginning of that song. And actually, if we actually do songs of the week this week, that is my song for the regular playlist, for real.
We haven't had music in place in a long time. What was that song though?
It is Little Havana.
Damn, I gotta pay rent.
Oh yeah, I paid this shit this morning. Featuring Willie Falcon and The Dream.
Willie Falcone, bro. Falcone.
That should say Falcon. I don't care what the fuck he pronounced it like. That should say Falcon.
But that boy showing off the veneers. I actually know his dentist.
Who?
Ross's and the baby where they went and got their veneers from. It's a doctor in Colombia. I want to go get my teeth from that nigga.
This man.
You must have shot with big ass veneers in his mouth.
Looking right stupid.
Niggas talk now. Hate now. Love me later. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
Go ahead, get it, bro.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
Court,
stop you.
Court, Corday put out a single too with
Yeah,
Wayne.
that's
That's
sinister.
sinister. Go crazy.
My flow sinister. This ain't rap music. This straight literature. So there's an artist I've been fucking with recently. Because I seen his LA Leakers. I don't think I ever told y'all about it because we haven't really talked about music. His name's Simba, like the lion, but with a Y instead of an I.
yeah, you like, yeah.
Yeah, so like I had seen his LA Leakers from like last year or some shit, I think it was. And like he was just on there just really spitting and I was fucking with it. So when looked him up on Apple Music and he dropped, I guess his debut type album last year in like December. So around this time last year.
Is Ari
And
Lennox still? Oh my bad.
I think that album was actually really good. Like start to finish. I think that was a very solid album. And I'm mad I was asleep on it for so long.
Is Ari Lennox still in jail?
No, she's
No,
out.
she said she's out.
She's
Oh,
out.
okay.
I didn't know that she was in jail.
Well, she was. I think she was just detained.
She was detained in Amsterdam because she thought, not that she thought, but she said that she was being racially profiled by security.
Yeah.
Every time
You
blacks
know
go
how
out the
emotional
country,
she is. Like she
it's always
might
some
have,
shit.
acted as low for a while.
Yeah, they basically put it there because she was, they called it like
They
causing a
basically said that
disturbance.
she was over emotional, like she was just acting irrational.
Yeah.
AKA, she was cussing everybody out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a song off the album in the playlist. Actually, I'm gonna go with "I'm For Real" by Simba. It's actually the intro to the album, and I don't really have After Dark song.
Huh? What you say?
I don't really have After Dark song.
I can find one real quick. Cause like you said, we ain't talked about we ain't added to the playlist in a long time.
Yeah.
But there's definitely been some vibes around. Just
Yeah, I haven't really listened to any After Dark type of music in a while.
how underwhelming was that Silk Sonic project?
What about it?
How
There's songs I
underwhelming
like
was
on there. I don't want to say it's underwhelming because there's a few songs I like on there, but I will say most of the songs I've already heard already. So it's kind of like when I heard the rest of the songs, it's kind of like, well, damn, there's only like 7, 8 songs on here. I wish it was like 12, or like at least 12 or 10.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it in full yet.
I feel like they'll give us a deluxe though.
9 songs, that was very little to me.
They'll definitely
especially
give us
if we waited a year and a half for that too.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of hype behind it, like a lot of build up to it, and then to see 9 songs drop, I was like,
That's why I said it was underwhelming.
31 minutes.
Yeah,
They could have done better than that.
I don't know if this is. I mean, it can go in After Dark. I think so, but I've been listening to a lot of fucking Sam Smith lately.
Sam Smith?
Yeah.
I seen him on somebody's like that Spotify rap, like the top artist recently.
Yeah, that nigga has been speaking to my heart. But,
not to the heart. Not to the What's the song?
I'm gonna go with Too Good at Goodbyes.
Too Good Goodbyes?
At Goodbyes.
Huh?
Too Good at Goodbyes.
Too Good at Goodbyes.
Yeah. But yeah. I meant to say that a couple weeks ago, actually. The first Zoom we did, I have been playing the shit out of that. And some Adele. Her album is good too. Don't
So
tell me
Mateo.
that.
Kev, you got some songs?
Yeah, I got it right now. I'm gonna do Intimidated by K Tronada featuring her. I'm gonna put that on the. Let's see.
After
Let me
Dark.
see if I can find.
You said in After Dark?
No, that's gonna be in the playlist, the regular playlist.
All right.
And then for After Dark, I'm gonna do After Last Night with Bruno Mars. So Sonic, basically. There you go. That's my songs of the week right there.
Yes.
Okay, so for I'm sorry, I just got aggravated.
Speak your piece.
No, because if I do, it's gonna end very poorly. My regular Grit Talk playlist is gonna be it's gonna be 2 R&B songs, so we'll be okay. Until the End of Time, Jack James. It's a cover of the
Oh,
but the shit is it's so good. I love it.
he put out a project.
Yeah, he did, and it's really good.
last
He's
week.
really I like his voice a lot. I heard him first like listening in the Apple Music new R&B, and so that was on there, and it was really good.
That's going in the regular?
Yeah, that's going on the regular. And then for After Dark, Not Another Love Song by LMA.
Oh, that might already be in there.
That might be. Yeah, I feel like that's in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, maybe not.
What's
No, it's
she
not.
been at?
That's not.
She's.
That's not.
I need her to put out some music.
Yeah, as long as she's not, having a dialogue at the end of it.
No, her be talking too much in her music sometimes.
I love her though. It's something about
I do too.
it just kind of throws me out.
I love it. But yeah, any girl with a British accent, you at least got my attention for sure.
Yeah.
That shit was funny with her and Drewski.
I didn't even see it. But this was a good episode.
I think we did great.
I think so as
Yeah.
well.
Better than the last two. I don't know the title for this.
King manipulation.
There we go.
That's what we go with. Write that down.
Oh man.
Oh, but it's been another good Sunday. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.
I'm gonna try to fly equals fly.
Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have a good day. I'm gonna go get some fresh air before I blow somebody's spot up.
The little stare to the side tells it all.
We'll go grocery shopping.
All right, go ahead. Close us out
Anyway,
of here, First Lady.
Everybody have a great, absolutely lovely Wednesday, because that's what it'll be by the time we get to this episode. We love y'all. This is the one, the only, and the greatest motherfucker podcast on the planet, Craig. We out of here.
We love y'all. We out here. Peace.